In the present world that we all live in, we are all used to the smartphones being an important part of our day to day lives. But quite some years ago, these devices were never in existence. The world's first cell phone, the Motorola Dynatac 8000X, was created in the year 1973. But now the big question is, how did we come this far? How did the device come into being? And how did we get here? First, let us know that these questions are certainly what we'll be dealing in on this content, and the answers are embedded in the content. But before we continue, kindly drop me a subscribe on the content, like this video, and turn on post notification. Let's know your thoughts on the Motorola Dynatac 8000X. If you've come by any before, if you've seen any before, or if you have used any of them before. Let's take a step towards knowing about the Motorola Dynatac 8000X. First, what is the meaning of Dynatac? Dynatac means dynamic, adaptive, total area coverage. This device was a product of Motorola, which was discovered in the year 1973. Now let's go back to the year 1973. On April 3, 1973, Motorola engineer Martin Cooper made the first ever cell phone call on the Dynatac 8000X. Let us take a look at the qualities of the Motorola Dynatac 8000X. The prototype of this phone weighed 1.1 kilogram. The device measured 23 by 13 by 4.1 centimeter. This device was clunky and it offered a talk time of 30 minutes while the device required 10 hours to recharge. Unlike the modern day cell phone, the phone required 10 hours to recharge. Meanwhile, while Motorola was developing the cellular phone itself from 1968 to 1983, Bell Labs worked on the system called AMPS, while others designed cell phones for that and other cellular systems. Martin Cooper, who was a former general manager for the systems division at Motorola, led a team that produced the Dynatac 8000X, the first commercially available cellular phone small enough to be easily carried, and made the first phone call from it. That was on the 3rd of April 1973. Martin Cooper was the first person to make an analog cellular mobile phone call on a prototype in the year 1973. The Motorola Dynatac 8000X was very large compared to phones today. The first cell phone was very expensive when it was released in the US in 1984. Meanwhile, in the same 1984, the Motorola Dynatac 8000X commercial portable cellular phone received approval from the US FCC, Federal Communication Commission. As at then, the Dynatac's retail price was $3,999 which is about $10,400 as at 2021. As of 1984, it was ensured that the device would not become a mass market item. Well, as of 1984, the device was not popular and it was not mass produced as a result of the fact that the average and minimum wage in the United States was just 3.35 US dollars per hour. It required more than 1,192 hours to rake in this huge sum of money before you could, purchase a phone. On 13th of October 1983, David D. Mellon placed the first commercial wireless call on a Dynatac from his 1983 Mercedes-Benz to Bob Barnett, former president of Ameritech Mobile Communication, who then placed a call on a Dynatac from inside a Chrysler convertible to the grandson of Alexander Graham. If you've been following the channel, we talked about Alexander Graham last week, who discovered the very first telephone in the world. The device offered a LED display for dialing or recall of 30 phone numbers. Today we all have mobile phones, cell phones in our hands, and even you right there, you are with a cell phone over there. And by now I believe you know the history of the cell phone, how the first cell phone came into being, the Motorola Dynatac, which as at then sold for 3,995 US dollars, and currently it sells around 10,400 US dollars. Let's have a recount of the Motorola Dynatac again. Like I said, the first prototype was 1.1 kg, despite the fact that this phone was the very first portable mobile device, and also it was measured around 23 by 13 by 4.5 centimeter. The device was clunky and it offered a talk time of 30 minutes, while the device required 10 hours to recharge. Unlike today's mobile phone, when we have just almost 1 hour to 2 hours time of recharge. Well, let's enjoy the advancement in technology as we all wait for the next content. If you are looking out for the next content, kindly like this video and subscribe. Turn on post notification at the same time to enjoy more content. Thank you.